Yeah. Here's the thing. Megan Thee Stallion, you can say whatever you want to say about her, but at the end of the day, number one, he allegedly cheated on her. So let's start there. And because he allegedly cheated on her, the onus is on him. And I bring it up on a Christian page talking about it because a lot of you men are struggling with pornography and different things because you're taking all your cues and your talking points from the world. The red pills, manosphere is telling you to go out here and sow your royal oats. It's okay for a man to be a hoe, yada yada yada. And I see this people are just dragging Meg Thee Stallion down, just dragging her, calling her hoes, and got all kinds of memes out there that have shown, I guess, her alleged sexual exploits and the number of men that she's been with. And here's the question I want to ask you guys. If she was that big of a hoe, why would he be with her? Why would you wipe that up? Now, I can hear some people saying, well, Dom, he was with her because maybe he was renting it out. Here's the bigger issue. The bigger issue is stop gaslighting people, because at the end of the day, if she was a big of a hoe, she's not the one that allegedly cheated. He was the one that allegedly cheated. She was such of a big of a hoe that she decided to be faithful, right? And be with this guy. So all I'm saying, man, folks, is don't take your cues from the world. Don't get caught up in this nonsense. Man, if you really want to settle down and get with a woman of substance, a woman of quality, they're out there, but you have to be a man of quality. Don't fall for the lies that the enemy telling you that just because you make $100 million a year that it gives you a right to mistreat people and cheat, and you can stick your thing in anything. When you get ready, by virtue of you having money that gives you this high value, so to speak, because I'm going to tell you, all of you are going to have to stand before a holy God one day, and you're going to have to give an account of every single thing that you've done in your body. And you thinking it is okay to harm women is not going to cut it. Just because of your social status is not going to cut it. You're going to go to hell, my friend, unless you repent. And I'm saying this because, of course, you guys see my page is mostly geared towards Christian men, Christian women. But as Christians, man, we shouldn't even be engaging in that type of stuff. Man, you pray for Megan Thee Stallion, pray for Klay Thompson. Those are my thoughts. I just thought it was just atrocious because the little stuff that I did see was people blasting this young woman about her sexual exploits. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I missing? Because the news didn't come out that she cheated on him. It was rather that she got cheated on. But everybody is focusing on her sexual past. And I just thought that was just so sad to me, that we're focusing on this woman's sexual exploits when she may have tried to, and to best of her ability, felt like, hey, look, I'm in a situation, I'm with a good guy, maybe I'm going to put it up and I'm going to just be a kept woman. Now she's doing the right thing, trying to be with the right guy, and the dude goes out there and acts a fool. See, some of you guys, you can't have it both ways. You can't go out there and say that you want a woman that is going to be chaste and going to be for you, and then you're going out there treating her like trash. And some of you Christian guys are the worst, because the reality is a lot of you guys really want the same thing that the dudes in the world are doing. The difference is maybe some of you don't have the looks, you don't have the resources, or you don't have the confidence to go out there and get it like them, because I've seen several situations when people are put in those situations where they do have all those things that I just stated, then all of a sudden they're the biggest hoes. All that stuff about loving Jesus and I'm going to give him my whole heart, all that stuff goes out the window. The reason I can speak so boldly is to say what I want to say is because it was a point in my life that I felt the same way. And then when I got a little bit of popularity on campus, I was out there messing with a bunch of different women, doing everything, until I finally came to myself and got to really know Jesus Christ for myself, and got to understand that those things aren't the way to be. And now I have a beautiful wife. Thank God for my wife and a dog. Whatever. But my point is, and my wife laughs at me. My point is, folks, is Christian men, young men, listen to me, man. Don't get caught up in this bull crap where people are trying to sell you this bill of goods. Man, there are good Christian women out there. There are good women out here that want to have good relationships. Yeah, do some of them have past? Yes. But here's the reality. A lot of us got a pass. If you're not a virgin, you got a pass. Bottom line, so why are you sitting up here judging this woman because of her sexual past? Well, she's a hoe, she did this, she did that. Let me say this. This is going to sound so mean. A lot of you guys are mad because you secretly, deep down, you wish you was hitting Meg Thee Stallion. You wish you was one of them guys in that line having sex with Meg Thee Stallion. You imagine it. You probably watching all kinds of porn, doing everything else, because deep down inside, that's what you want. And if Meg Thee Stallion gave you an opportunity to hit it, you would take it. That's the issue. See, at the end of the day, stop the gaslighting. At the end of the day, that's why I say God judges the stuff that's coming from your heart. That's why when Jesus, when he was presented with the Pharisees coming down on a woman, and he bent down, made the famous writing that we don't know to this day. A lot of theologians are trying to guess what he wrote down, and immediately those men walked away. He said, "He that have no sin among you, let him cast the first stone." What do those men do? They walked away. They were quick to judge this woman for being a whoremonger, adulterer, and all this different type of stuff. But I can only just imagine that a lot of these guys that were judging her were probably guys that she probably slept with or wanted to sleep with her. That's the issue with a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are really not 100% with Christ. You're only doing it and saying different things from a deficit because maybe you don't have confidence, but if you were given a chance, you would go out there and do the same stuff. So I'm encouraging you guys to pray and ask Jesus Christ to go cleanse your heart, to see see the motive of what's really in your heart when you go and you see stuff like this. When I saw the Meg Thee Stallion situation, I felt bad for the girl, straight up and down. I also understood that this dude is worth $100 million. This dude allegedly had this reputation before, and you can't not cleanse whoremongering by just getting with someone else. That's a spirit. I don't care. You could be with the most beautiful woman in the world, and if you got a whoremongering spirit, you're going to whoremonger because lust is never satisfied. So now, if you got more tips and strategies, you want to know what you can do in order to overcome pornography, secret sin, check the link in my bio. Give me a DM. Peace.